Hi guys, and Happy New Year, welcome to 2018, and in this short tip I'm going to share with you my #1 marketing tip for 2018. My name is Carl from Buzz Website Design, and it's our job to help you to reach more customers through your website and your marketing activities. So, okay, the #1 tip that I have for your marketing in 2018 boils down to just one simple phrase: be more human. Okay, so I know that sounds a little bit simplistic, so let me kind of expand that out for you, and hopefully you can do some of this stuff in your marketing. Now, what I mean by being more human is by putting more people, more faces and more names into your overall marketing and branding approach. Now, the reason why I think you should do this is simply because people, even online and even in professional businesses, like to do business with people, and particularly with people that they can find approachable and easy to get along with. Now, there's a whole raft of things that you can do to begin to make this happen. Roughly 10-13 years ago, there was a big trend towards putting your photograph on a business card. And to be honest, I think it's a good idea because people can see who you are long after they've met you and picked up their business card, and they're often reminded about who it is that you do. Now, what's good about that is if they got a good impression from having met you, and you then get in touch with them at a later time, they've got a much greater chance of remembering who you are, and probably remembering a little bit about you and a little bit about the discussion that they had with you. Now, I would say actually, if you are going to get photographs on your business cards, get a decent photograph. Use a professional photographer if you want some help with that. I know a few people who could probably help. And smile. No one really wants to do business with somebody whose face looks like they're chewing on a wasp. Seriously, you're only ever going to be able to sell to people who, if they think you are an approachable, likable person. I don't care how many letters you have after your name. I don't care how many centuries of experience you have. If you don't look like someone that they can shake hands with and do business with, I promise you, it ain't going to happen. So whatever you do, smile. And try not to be too formal as well. You know, formality switches an awful lot of people off these days. Yes, if you're in certain industries, it's good to be formal, but it's also good to balance that out with being approachable, someone you can get to like. Now, one of the great things about doing just things like that, do you have photographs on your website, for example? Do you have not just a meet the team, but a little bit about each member of the team? Do you have video with somebody on them on your website talking? We're particularly good at that. Do you use any video in your marketing? Not saying you have to speak in front of a camera like I do. Not everyone is comfortable with this. But I would say just, put something out there that speaks more than just a simple bland marketing. Make it animated. Put some people in there. How about when you're advertising, put a photograph of people on your advertising? A trend that's happened over the last few years is billboard advertising with big photographs of people in the team. There's a particularly well-known lawyer here in Leicester who's got a photograph of her and their team. And you know what? They look like real, genuine people. They're smiling. Yes, they're professional. I'm told they're good at what they do. But they look like human beings. And they're just putting humanity into the business. And remember, always, people still love to do business with people. Even in the e-commerce world, Amazon used to put a little slip into their boxes. Your package was packed by X, and somebody had signed their name. A lot of e-commerce businesses still do that. Some e-commerce businesses have a little photograph of the person, and the person who picked the order, literally writes their name on it, many thanks, etc. And the great thing about it, again, it adds a bit of humanity to another potentially faceless organisation, where buying stuff online is a transactional thing. You're just hoping they'll fulfil the order, but adding a bit of humanity makes a difference and makes you feel like you're not just buying from some faceless company online. Now, the main thing about doing this, apart from the fact that it really does add some humanity, is the fact that it stands out. So many businesses are going the other way. They're trying to take faces out of the business, by promoting the brand. And unfortunately, if you're a small business, you haven't got time, neither the budget, to really get your brand out there in front of thousands of people, so they'll start to buy once whatever it is that you sell comes into their mind and you're the brand that they're going to buy from. Sadly, folks, we're not Coca-Cola, we're not Microsoft, we don't have the budgets to promote ourselves as the go-to brand. So we've got to try and do something different. And putting people, humanity, and human beings into your marketing is one way to stand out, because a lot of people seem to be very, very nervous, and some I would say scared, of doing this in case something goes wrong. So I would urge you, if you're the person in charge of your business and you're the person who runs it, try and put some of you, your personality, your humanity, the fact that you are a human being behind the business, into your marketing, into your branding, into your advertising. I promise you it will make a difference. It will give you greater recognition than a branding exercise would, because people love to buy from people as opposed to brands. So I hope that's been useful. If you have any questions, please ask. Our contact details are on here. And remember, if you like what we do, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It would be great to hear from you in the comments below if you really something to say. But again, remember, I want you to have a great 2018. If you want to stand out from the crowd and you've got to do something different, then, if you want 2018 to be better than the last year, things have to change, things have to improve. There's no point expecting 2018 to be better if you're going to continue to do the same things that may or may not have worked in 2017. So, hope that's been useful. Appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.